Today we've travelled 2 stops on the railway line from Southend-on-Sea to the historic town of Rochford, birthplace of Anne Boleyn, second wife of Henry VIII, and this week playing host to the 10th Campaign for Real Ale Beer Festival. This year the festival is taking place right next door to the station in the converted railway Freighthouse. I'm talking to Alan Risden, who is one of the organisers of this year's event. Hello, Alan.
Hello.
How many different types of beers do you have here this year?
The total number of beers that we've ordered and which have arrived is 40, but of course we can't have them all on at the same time because some of them take longer to mature than others, which means that there's a rolling programme, but we reckon that we have always got 20 available, which is quite enough for people to try in one session. Even if they have a half of each, they'd be doing very well.
Certainly, yes. It seems a very popular event. How many years have you been running this now?
This is the 10th Beer Festival, and this is our 3rd venue. The first one was at the College of Technology. Then we moved to the Esplanade for some years, and now we're here at the Freighthouse at Rochford, which has lots of atmosphere. Really does suit us very well. When we moved from the Esplanade, we kept the same number of people as we'd had the year before, which really is unusual. If you change the venue, people need time to adjust, but our people were on the ball and they all came, and this year we have more people than we had before.
Well, I must say so. You've chosen a very good venue because it's very handy for the train station, of course.
Yes, we think that's very important, that people are able to get here either on foot or by bus or bicycle or any means other than driving.
What are you actually drinking there yourself?
I'm drinking Marpardo's Bitter, which is brewed at a pub in the Midlands, a one-off, unique pub that some 15 years ago was one of only 4 tiny breweries that brewed its own beer for its own pub. It's a very dry, slightly unusual coloured bitter, but I think it's particularly nice.
It's almost like lager, isn't it, to look at it?
Well, that's a very unfortunate feature of it. Yes, the colour does tend to put some people off, but in my book, colour is the least important item. It's the nose of it, and may I have a quick sip?
Certainly.
It's a very cleansing bitter, this one. It's very dry. Wouldn't suit everybody, but I particularly like it because it's rather like Yates bitter, which is another unusual mini brewery, again with a very light colour and a very dry taste.
Can I just ask you what you're drinking there yourself?
Marpardo's dishwater.
It looks very similar to 4X, if I may say so.
Does it? There's no bubbles in it though, mate.
And how did you...
He's alright.
He's okay. How did you hear about this festival?
How did I hear about it?
Roy Boy.
Roy Boy, here, my mate here. Oh, mate, come on.
Hand on the Roy Boy.
Oh, buddy, here.
Where's the bull?
Where's the ball? Here we That's how I found out about it. Roy informed me, okay?
And this is the first festival you've been to, is it?
Yes, it is, in the UK.
They don't have festivals out in Australia?
No, they don't.
Oh, they do actually.
Do they?
Yeah, Oktoberfest, yeah. Oh, you know, that's showgrounds.
Have you ever been to one of those?
No, but I've seen what comes out of it, that's enough, yeah, there.
And they export it over here?
Yeah, yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Right. What do you think of the festival here today? It's pretty well organised, isn't it?
It is, very well. Enjoy the food, beer's good. Excellent.
So, have you flown over specially for it, or...?
Yes, I did. First class. It cost me 3,000 quid to get here. For 4 pints for a fiver. I thought that was pretty good value.
Okay, thanks very much for talking to us. Would you say the campaign has been successful over the years?
Well, yes, in many regards. Its fundamental reason for coming into existence was, of course, to arrest the Red Revolution and try and bring back choice and stop everything becoming gassy and standardised and bland and nationally the same from John O'Groats to Land's End, and in that regard it has succeeded, but I'm afraid brewery takeovers still occur. We've very recently had Boddington selling its brewery. We've had difficulties with the Monopolies and Mergers Commission, with references for Scottish and Newcastle being bought, and of course we also have difficulties of the brewers mucking about with pubs and ripping out the heart of old English pubs that have stood the test of time. They may be a bit rough and ready, but they've got banks of character.
What do you think of these homebrew pubs in London, Firkin, Fox and Firkin, those sort of ones?
Well, they started off great guns under Bruce's guidance, and they were a great success and did set the tone for lots of pubs that have sprung up all over the place. They did have some funny names, but people like funny names. Yes, Dog Bolter is one of their funny ones. I mean, one of the very popular beers at this festival is Wobbly Bob, Cripple Dick. CAMRA is not awfully keen on all your knee tremblers and brain damage and so forth, but they're popular with the customers. So, see, this year we've decided that we won't have all the old festival favourites like Old Roger and Old Peculiar and Old Perpendicular and Old Expensive. We'll have unusual beers from basically the West Country, from the north of England, that you just cannot get around these parts, because there are very few free houses, genuine free houses in South East Essex. Which means that the drink around these parts is pretty limited in what you can get. The Golden Lion in Rochford is a notable exception that does have a very decent range of real ales. They change them regularly. They have sufficient local beer drinkers who ensure the stuff doesn't sit in the cellar too long, so it remains fresh and drinkable. Great fun, the Lion, but unfortunately it's one of only a very few number of free houses. So often one is limited to the one, say in the case of Charrington's draft beers that they make, or two in the cases of one or two other brewers. But at the Lion there are now 6 draft beers available, which is very good news.
That's right. Well, thanks very much for talking to us.
It's a great pleasure. I hope you enjoy the rest of your visit to our festival.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Merchandising is the sideline of the festival. You can buy mugs, t-shirts and books here. One such pub mentioned every year for the past 6 or 7 years in the Good Beer Guide, the CAMRA Festival Bible, is the Golden Lion here in North Street, Rochford. I talked to Mike Bethel, the publican. Hello there, Mike.
Hi.
Thanks for talking to us.
Pleasure.
Are you pleased that your pub has been mentioned in the Good Beer Guide for several years?
Oh yes, we fight hard to make certain we're in it every year.
I see. It's obviously good for business, is it?
Excellent, particularly as we're one of the few real ale pubs in the area. Real ale is harder to keep than ordinary beers, so that's why most publicans don't keep it. We try and keep on a good range of real ales for the CAMRA members to come and enjoy.
Right. I understand you do Good Pride. Is that right?
Yes, that's one of the most popular real ales that we do.
Great. I'll have a pint. Just an aside there. This is actually my local, but I must admit I thoroughly enjoy coming down here when I can. It's an excellent little pub. Although it's small, it's compact. As you say, there are many beers on available. How many guest beers do you usually have each day?
We've always got 3 real ales on as a guest and 3 regular real ales.
I see. So what have you got on today?
We've got Fuller's ESB, Mitchell's ESB and Harvey's Best as the guest beers, and then our regular beers are Fuller's London Pride, Drinking Abbott and Crackvale Best Bitter.
Are these very difficult to keep?
All real ales are difficult to keep and look after, and they all have a short shelf life.
Right, okay. Well, thanks very much for talking to us.
Pleasure.
The campaign for Real Ale started as a promotion for beers brewed in the old-fashioned way, with natural ingredients, and as a protest against major breweries who mass-produced gassy beer using a lot of chemicals. I think it is safe to say that the campaign has succeeded when brewing giants such as Watney's have reverted to traditional brewing methods to make their beers such as Ruddles and Ruddles County, but are shy in their national massive advertising campaign to own up to the fact. This is a Dawson Fox production for Southend College Television.